Over the past week, I was given early access to play Columbina, where I got to experience the in and outs of her, and took her from zero. Wow. I don't know what hit me, but I just died. To hero. And whoa! Going in without any prior knowledge of Columbina took me by surprise, with how she can fit in just about any team, providing both support capabilities and her main DPS potential is something that you may not expect. So in this video, I mained Columbina for 7 days, giving my first impressions of her, and also taking her to the current endgame to see how well she fits in the current meta. Keep in mind that all recording was done on the Lunar 4 test server and does not reflect the final version, so please refer to the official release for the final content. Without further ado, enjoy the video. Soon after logging on, I tried moving around with Columbina since she's the most unique character so far when it comes to her animations. Okay, so I literally just got my hands on Columbina and just trying her out. She feels very floaty for some reason. Probably because of her animation, but I'm not sure if she's faster or slower compared to other characters. The way she walks just feels so elegant. So of course she's a cowless character, and it doesn't really seem like she is using her weapon at all. She's just kind of dancing in a way. Kind of spraying. Oh, I see the attacks. Okay. So these are normal attacks, and this is a charge attack. Yeah, so far I'm digging her animations. This is her running animation. If you want to call this running, because she's basically just floating. I know this is probably going to go bad because I'm about to go fight a level 100 Rhino Beast enemy. Oh, it's rolling around the ground. And I'm only level 1, so let's just see how well this will go. I have Nahida on my team. And with only one Columbina, aka Nocry character in my team, I'm able to like deal Lunar Bloom damage. Ow, I did 7k! Like, I'm running away. Wow. I don't know what hit me, but I just died. What? I'm alive again! I'm invincible! There's no stopping the moon goddess in her turf. Ah, okay, never mind. One great thing I immediately learned while playing Columbina is her ability to revive a teammate or herself in Nocry, which makes farming and learning a character easier, since you can just stand right back up. Columbina also enables Lunar reactions by herself, so even as the sole Nocry character in my team, I was able to deal Lunar Bloom reactions with my other Dendro characters. On top of that, Columbina also provides enough Hydro to be the only Hydro character in my team, which is really convenient. So, as a solo Hydro character in a team, also at level 1, let's just see how much Hydro she can apply and if a Hyper Bloom team is viable or not with her. Because I want to see if she's a character that is only subjected to Nocry teams, or will she be able to work without Nocry? And currently it's looking like she actually is working very well with like her Hydro applications and everything. Yeah, like Cookie is doing like 35k Hyper Bloom, which is actually really high. So yeah, like so far I'm very impressed. During my initial testing, I also learned that Columbina fixes a very big Nocry character issue. The best part about Columbina is she also wields the prototype Amber, which allows her to be able to heal. Even though I have Cookie as a healer in this team, having a second healer definitely helps out as well. Yep, you heard that right. As a Catalyst character, Columbina can use the prototype Amber, which is an easily accessible, craftable weapon that also heals you when you burst. And on top of that, it's one of the free best in slot weapons on her as well. Anyways, after I was done farming, I stumbled upon a new region. Not sure what kind of enemies I'll be able to encounter. Oh, what's this? Some kind of purple looking curse or something? Abyssal Fog. Alright. I'm just trying to find like an enemy to test my interesting, unique team out. Oh, I see something. Another elemental beast, my whole arch nemesis in Nocry. Uh-oh, looks kind of scary. Looks like a wolf. Nah, got swallowed up by a beast. Okay, I think it spotted me. But yeah, the reason why I'm using like a team like this is because in Lunar 4, there is a Lunar crystallized reaction, which I already saw. Yeah. So with Columbina in the team, I can actually just do Lunar crystallized, which is pretty cool. I see like these geo kind of constructs on the ground. Oh! I'm explaining the Wow. Wait, I didn't revive? What? Okay, well, before I got rudely interrupted, I was trying to explain Lunar crystallized as a thing. So yeah, let me do this. Oh, Let's not do that. I'm just trying to get my burst up so I can do my damage. But I can see like 5,000 damage from Lunar crystallized. 2,000 damage. Also, Albedo, of course, reliable as ever, doing like 40k damage. And we're getting a cutscene while I'm explaining Lunar crystallized. Cool. It was also here that I made my first discovery. I might just change my plans with Columbina. Also, here's a little sneak peek of what Columbina can do. No! Not like dying winding, but like this. See that? Yeah. I don't have any Dendro characters in my team, but she deals Dendro. Yep. Having the ability to deal Lunar Bloom damage with her charge attacks opens up a lot of possibilities with her, so you betcha I'll be showing it off in the coming days later in the video. On day 2, I wanted to focus on Columbina's support and sub DPS capabilities more. So I was able to get my Columbina to level 90, and let's just test out the damage with Lunar Bloom. I want to see how much she'll be able to deal without Llama on the team. So as the only Nocrai character with Nascent Gleam. So Lunar Bloom damage right now I'm doing 37k. Okay. The reactions are fine. As for Hydro, I'm keeping the enemy wet. So that's a good thing at least. I also want to see, just without Nahida, how well this will go. So basically I have Yao Yao and Cookie along with Columbina. I'm still doing like around 33k though. I'm actually pretty happy with this. Like usually when I play... Oh, Lunar charge 40k. Yeah, usually when I play like Hyper Bloom teams, without Nahida, I'm only doing like around 20 or so thousand damage. But with this team comp and being able to deal like actually more than 30k, I'm actually impressed. Testing out my damage with only 4-star characters besides Columbina was actually surprising to me, since Columbina herself was able to buff my reaction damage over 30k, which is usually only the case if you have Nahida or Llama in the team. On top of that, being able to deal Lunar Charge reaction damage was a nice bonus as well. I added Nilo to my team and tried out a Super Bloom team comp to see how well it works with Columbina. So my Super Bloom right now is doing like around 17k. Pretty good. And also with the healers like Yao Yao, I don't think I'll have any issues surviving the Bloom damage especially, so yeah, it looks pretty good. As someone that doesn't really play Nilo as much, the damage felt pretty good, especially against a single enemy. But I'll most likely test this team out more in the future. Another character that benefits a lot with Columbina is Nefer, but I also tested out initially as the only other Nocrai character on the team, with no other buffers other than Columbina. The damage was noticeably a bit lower since Nefer wants more elemental mastery buffs, but it was a good experiment regardless. I'm gonna go give Hera another go. Although I'm kind of scared of this thing, because it does a lot of damage to me. So I'm doing like half HP at least. It took around 2 rotations to defeat a boss, and that was averaging around 30k Lunar Bloom damage. But afterwards, I decided to do this. So this is most likely just a typical Nefer team. Columbina by herself should be enough Hydro, and we'll just fight the same boss. And I just wait for it to respawn. Damage instantly like more than tripled. Wow. It's actually pretty insane. Having to set up Columbina, Llama, and Nahida's bursts takes some time, but the damage you get was all worth it as I was able to defeat Raiden with only 1 rotation. On day 3, I farmed and swapped to the Silken Moon artifact set and set off with the Flint's Lunar Charge team to test out damage against some bosses. Okay, so with my team being Flint, Oron, Columbina, and Sucrose, let's see if Flint will be able to do like good damage. I don't have Nefa here, so Columbina will be my only source of other Nocrai character for me. Okay, I'm doing like 140k. That's when I actually crit. Let's do another one. Wow, okay. Actually pretty good. Flint's actually using a pretty free-to-play weapon as well, a shovel. At this point, I'm just running around Sumeru to test out Flint's damage. Okay, this time I'll have burst though, so more damage here. See? 60k, 222k. Wow, I don't even need enough. This is actually strong enough. Columbina definitely makes Lunar charging with Flints way more convenient, as she can apply Hydro off-field with her elemental skills, and also providing buffs with her burst, so it makes her a perfect partner for Flints. Okay, I'm gonna be testing out the whale, just to see how much Flints will do, and if whether or not I'll be able to one-shot a whale before it runs away. But I think with Flints' damage, I should be able to do it. Although I do need to wait until a certain point to attack it though. Unfortunately, I made a little mistake that also set me back. Okay, this is when I start bursting up. Wait, not yet? This is when I start bursting, okay. I didn't crit both times, that's so unlucky. I mean, I could probably one-shot a whale if I wanted to. I just chose not to. And no, I'm not coping. Even though the second phase had electro resistance, Flints was still able to destroy the shield pretty quickly. Let's get this one last whirl. Yeah, so I'm solidly doing 210k damage. So in my opinion, probably the strongest duo in the game is going to be Inefa and Columbina. If you have these two, pair up anybody else, you can pretty much destroy everything. So I'm going to go find the cactus and... oh, there he is. And see whether or not we can just beat him up without like really moving as much. This is also a local legend. So yeah, basically I'm just going to do this. Gonna heal off Barbara as well. With Columbina and Inefa, they worked perfectly with one another. Local legend is actually pretty tanky as well. Let's see how much damage you'll be able to get up. 43k so far. 46, 54, yeah. This boss is, I guess, a little bit weak against Lunar charge reaction, so I'm doing quite a lot. And this is like not just electro charge as well. Like with Inefa and Columbina, pair up with anyone, they'll be able to do damage. To prove a point, I basically stripped Ito and stuffed him into a team with both Inefa and Columbina. So I'm sure a lot of you don't believe me, but I have Inefa, Columbina, and we have Ito here. Ito without his geo supports isn't really going to do much, but I'll show you the power of the Columbina Inefa wheelchair. And we have Arlecchino as our test subject. So set everything up and then Ito, do your thing. Don't judge my weapon. I'm only using a Favonius. But as you can see, I'm already doing like 36k Lunar charge. I mean, who am I kidding? Ito is the one that's doing everything, okay? Look at him. Just intimidating Arlecchino. If Fatui Harbinger. I don't see anything. I only see how Arlecchino already lost like half of her HP. Alright, let's try this again. Yeah, Ito. Look at that. Ushi. Lunar crystallized. He's doing so much already. There's also charge attack. Yeah. I'm staggering Arlecchino as well. And we already done the first phase. Easy. Alright, just set everything back up. And then you should be fine. I'm not even gonna burst with Ito this time. Do some lunar crystallized damage. 6,000. Wait, this is supposed to work. I'm only supposed to showcase Electro and Hydro. Okay, we're back. Let's do Ushi for the kill. Yeah. Ito did everything. Overall, Lunar Charge was great. I'm looking to build more potential teams with Columbina, and yes, that includes with Ito as well. Speaking of which, on day 4, I started experimenting a little bit with the new Lunar Crystallized reactions with Columbina. This is without the new Geo characters, but I just want to try out how Columbina can affect Lunar Crystallized reactions. By herself, she's able to enable Lunar Crystallize, and yeah, damage-wise, I'm actually doing a lot here. The boss died way too quick for me to actually test it out, so I might need to fight a different boss for this. I think Albedo Mona could definitely be like a strong pair for this because of the Hexerite buffs. Okay, just burst on all the characters and then see how much damage we'll be able to do here. Nova by herself is doing 10k, and also the Lunar Crystallize is like spitting out 12k as well. Although I don't really like how the boss is getting pushed around too much, so it might be a little bit hard for me to like do damage outside of a circle. My first impressions of Lunar Crystallized reaction was great. It basically unlocks a brand new playstyle with a bunch of potential characters to try out with. And this is just with Columbina herself activating the reaction. Damage-wise, I was pretty impressed. However, there is also a weakness with Lunar Crystallized that I needed to overcome. I continued on with my Albedo Mona Columbina core and replaced Noelle with Navia on the team. Navia's playstyle was a bit easier, especially with her Geo infusions, so it was an easy boss fight. The real challenge I mentioned earlier was when I fought the weekly boss. I'm starting to notice like with Lunar Crystallized, it's more about like just being able to go all out offense rather than defense. I'm used to Geo being able to provide shields with the Crystallized, but since we're doing Lunar Crystallized, this is not really an option because Lunar Crystallized essentially just makes it so like we do more damage instead of like getting the Geo Crystallized on the ground for support. So with Geo teams, they are usually tanky because normal crystallized reactions generates shields for the whole team. But since Lunar Crystallized turns the crystallized reactions into a more of an offensive option instead of defensive, I kind of struggled against the boss here. Playing with no real healers also played a part in this, but it's something to think about with building the Lunar Crystallized team. So it is now day 5, and with the week almost over, I am finally going to build Columbina as the main on-field DPS. And also showing off potentially how much damage she'll be able to do. So for the weapon, I swapped to the Witziv since I'll be mostly doing charge attacks. But for artifacts, I swapped to the Unveiling set again, because we'll be doing Lunar Bloom damage, and this set is probably the best for it. Talents were still at 999. So yeah, this is my stats. So hopefully we can do some good damage here. As for the team, I'm going to start off with a pretty free-to-play friendly one with all 4 stars besides Columbina and just see how much damage she'll be able to do. So I'm basically just walking around Nocry to see what I can find. Okay, there's some Fatouis here. My Hydro damage is a lot though. 12k for the skill. Not bad. And then charge attack, around 8,000. Okay. I mean, this could definitely be higher. Alright, let's do this again. 7,000 this time. Let me see if my burst will change anything. Okay, I don't have any Verdant Dews anymore. I gotta have Verdant Dews to be able to do the charge attack. But yeah, with my burst, I do 8,000. So a little bit more damage for the self buff, I guess. So without any buffs, Columbina's charge attack is doing around 8,000 per Lunar Bloom damage, which is okay, but could definitely go up higher with a better team. Okay, so let's switch to this team. I'm not going to change the weapon just yet. I'm going to keep the Witziv, but I'm going to be using Nahida and Alma. So those two will be able to buff me. Alright, Magu Genki. This boss will take a while to stand up, so let's just set up our burst first. And we'll see how much damage we'll be able to do. Around 30k. Instantly with my team switch, Columbina's damage shot up way higher. Yeah, I'm just doing 30k charge attacks. But she also does like multiple hits. So it's not just 30k, it also adds up. As for the math, do it yourself. Alright, so I'm switching over to her signature weapon, and these are my stats. So let's see how much of a difference this will be. Okay, so we're gonna fight Rocky. Gotta be careful though, because he punches very hard. Alright, so I'm doing like around 43k. So with Columbina's signature, I was able to deal more than 40k with each charge attack, which is actually pretty good. Being able to spam charge attacks while dealing damage was something I did not expect Columbina could do. So this was a really fun build and a nice surprise for sure. During day 6, I focused on beating the Spiral Abyss using Columbina for both sides. For Chamber 1's first half, I tried DPS Columbina and used Kokomi for the heals. Okay, Spiral Abyss. Basically, starting out, you just gotta burst with all of your characters in the team. And then, yeah, I can continue to play the game now. So my charge attack initially is doing 46k. Okay. Especially with 3 charge attacks, I'm doing like around 100k per charge attack, at least. So yeah, it's pretty good. I'm also getting a lot of my Verdant Dew back, so I can pretty much just keep spamming the same rotation. Without Loma and Nahida's buffs, I'm doing 20k, which is still like more than enough, honestly. Yeah, pretty fun team. For the entirety of Abyss's second half, I used Columbina and Nefa. I just want to, I guess, demonstrate this duel and just see if they can actually be able to clear this Abyss as a duel. So yeah, I really easily got rid of the first wave so quickly. That was actually so quick. With 2 characters, my Lunar charge is around 30 to 40k. Looks pretty good. Yeah, my damage is looking more than enough to be able to clear the entire second half of this duel. Okay, second chamber. I think this chamber is mostly consisting of random 3 enemies that Genshin picked out. So let's see how fast we can get through this. 48k, since I got some more EM buffs from the Abyss. Looks like the shield is getting destroyed. Nice. And then we continue our onslaught. This was also a pretty easy chamber. Okay, so this is the Cactus. Cactus is pretty much weak against the Lunar charge, so this pretty much will be able to destroy the shield really quickly since I'm doing Lunar charge as well. I honestly how much damage I'll be able to do. It's around 50k, 68k as well. Yeah. Having no issues hitting upwards of 75k with my reaction damage. It's actually pretty insane. So with my Columbina and Inefa duel, this was a cakewalk chamber for me. Inefa's shield also provides a bit of safety net, so I don't really take that much damage. But even if I take damage, I do have Prototype Amber on Columbina, so she can just heal up. And just as quickly, we're already at Chamber 3. So it's looking like there's a bunch of elite enemies here as well. Still doing like around 48k, so it doesn't look like we can actually hit 50k per charge attack, but it's probably better to use like Sucrose as a 4th member here for more EM buffs. I want to play it safe since I need a healer, so I'm still getting through this pretty fast as well. Columbina's main DPS team was also able to clear the first half without much trouble, and overall this team was pretty fun to use. Alright, last one is Knuckle Duggle, so another perfect boss candidate for me to showcase Lunar Charge. Yeah, 1 rotation and the boss is already half health. A little bit less than half. Okay. I was thinking maybe I could have gotten rid of the boss without it putting the shield back, but even if it did, it's still fine, since we still have plenty of time. Oh, nice. With the final day upon us, I decided to give Stygian Onslaught a try with Columbina. So for my goal, I'm going to try to beat the Fearless difficulty with some sort of team that consists of Columbina. So hopefully I can complete this challenge. Alright, boss just spawns. Good. I'm seeing like 13k damage from Columbina, which is nice. Alright, gonna try to break the shield as fast as possible. This fight was pretty challenging, but I'm happy that Columbina was able to provide enough Hydro for the Nefer team. Okay, I think that was a pretty solid rotation. Spot's very thick though, like it's so tanky. Why is it crawling like glass? Stop smelling the ground. Okay. Try to ambush me with his attacks. Good. I saw that coming from a mile away. The fight was also pretty calculated. Damage-wise, my Nefer is like doing around 78k. I'm kind of missing my crits a little bit though, so that's a little bit unfortunate. Time is definitely very, very close. 11 seconds. Come on. Come on, Loma. Oh, okay. Loma came in clutch at the very end, but the timing is so close. Managed to clear the boss though still, so that's good. For the second Stygian boss, I tried Columbina with her Lunar Charge team. Now I have all my bursts, so surely I could do more. Yeah, doing way more damage now. Gonna use all my bursts while my Flint's rotation and skill cooldown is coming back. Rinse and repeat. Yeah, this team is very, very comfortable. Columbina is also keeping my team healthy with her Prototype Amber heals. Way easier than the last boss, that's for sure. I can just break through the shield as well. With Columbina being a Hydro character, I decided to bring her along to the final bosses with a Lunar Bloom team. Things are getting a little bit crabby right now. Alright, let's give you a haircut. Also gonna burst with my characters. Columbina is actually using Prototype Amber here, so I should be able to heal a little bit every time I burst. Okay. Crab got its helmet taken off. Oh, never mind. It's going back down. Okay, so the DPS window is very, very small. It's gonna be a very, very close game as well. Okay. 36 seconds left. So it'll be a very close game for sure. Lauma. Burst. Nice. Okay, I think this is doable. My Lauma is actually doing a lot of Lunar Bloom damage as well. And then newbie. Come on. 12 seconds. What? Okay, that's kind of bad. Lauma clutch again? No, that was so close. Well, even though I failed the first try, I attempted a few more times and was able to get a solid win in the end. Throughout the week, I made some fun discoveries with Columbina. Her potential in Lunar reaction teams is really great, and being able to play her as a Lunar Bloom DPS was also something I did not expect would work so well. I had a lot of fun maining her, and with both a free-to-play team and build, she was able to exceed my expectations, on top of being a character that has awesome designs and animations. Let me know in the comments what other teams you have planned for Columbina. And if you enjoyed the video, consider subscribing and liking the video. Thank you for watching, and check out this next video that the YouTube algorithm recommends, and I'll see you over there.